I'm so thrilled to be here at LabelExpo. I'm so thrilled you're here in the HP booth, where we have a lot of amazing technology, not just here, but all over. We have amazing demonstrations, people, samples, and applications for you to interact with. And I hope you take the time after this presentation just to stop by and see everything. We'll be pointing out some keynotes during the next 15 minutes or so. I also have with me my colleague, Elad. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Elad. I'm leading the product team for Labels worldwide, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for coming.
To tell the story of the HP Indigo V12, we have to start with HP's unique imaging technology. An imaging technology you won't see anywhere else in the show, liquid electrophotography, LEP as we call it. Now with LEP is in all Indigo presses, from our sheet fed presses, our B2 format presses, the Indigo 25K, and that HP Indigo 6K right over there. And the HP 6K is still the leading seller in the market, selling about 2 out of every 3 production class digital label presses sold in the market today is the 6K. And the reason for that is because the LEP technology inside is so versatile. By versatile, I mean it can print pressure-sensitive labels, envelope labels, shrink sleeves, food-safe labels, flexible packaging.
I believe this one is flexible.
Oh, maybe. Where I'm going here, it is flexible. You can see samples of all those applications.
Apparently both.
Right over here. Now, by show of hands, how many of you own one or more 6000 series press? Oh, shy people, I can tell. Okay. No more you do. But the reason the Indigo 6K, like I said, is because it is so versatile. Now, in order to take the 6K LEP, now, you might not know this about your 6000 series digital press, so 6600, 6800, but the processing speed inside of that press is actually 400 feet per minute. The PIP, the photo imaging plate, that's imaged at 400 feet per minute. The ink transfers happen at 400 feet per minute. But on the 6K, because it has a common blanket, one blanket, to do a CM1K job, you have to do 4 ink transfers to the blanket, making the print speed just under 100 feet per minute. So what we had to do to create the V12 was take our existing state-of-the-art, market-leading technology, LEP.
Right, how many 6K we have worldwide?
Thank you, Elad. Well, why don't you tell me?
So, a couple of months ago, we celebrated 2,000 active units worldwide, and I think we celebrate 2,100 today here. Yes. Thank you.
In order to take the technology, the LEP technology, to the V12, and to make that processing speed of the 6K, the print speed here, we had to make some changes to LEP. We had to improve some of kind of reconfigure LEP technology to make it better. And let's start with Elad. Why don't you talk a little bit about the writing head or writing heads that we see in the V12?
Okay, can you help me with this, Brian? It's quite heavy. So what Ron Brian is holding in his hands is an amazing piece of technology. This is the 6K writing head. I would say this is the heart behind the 6K print quality. But it's big. And for the V12, we
I don't know. Can anyone answer this?
So we had to make it smaller.
Probably.
So I don't know. The new writing head of the V12, LED based, is 1624 native dpi.
Right? That's 1624 is double what the DPI is on the 6K. Are you saying the image quality is going to be twice as good as the 6K?
No. What I'm saying is in some features like microtext, fine lines, gradients, yes, it will help. But print quality is not about DPI or megapixel. With show of hands, how many of you have iPhone? So can you compare the image of an iPhone camera to a cheap cell phone? I guess not. And quite often the cheap cell phone will have more megapixels than the iPhone. So it's much more than just DPI or megapixel. It's about the optic and the precision and the technology.
And when you talk precision, both LEP technology and LEPX, unlike other technologies you'll see here at LabelExpo, our inks are always in constant contact. We don't project them through the air or drop them through the air. We very precisely control them from the time they hit the blanket and the pip to the time they hit the web, so we control every droplet exactly where it needs to go.
Let's talk about the pip, right?
Let's. So if you have the 6000 series press, you recognize this. This is our photo imaging plate, or pip as we call it. And this is what that laser writing head, the big one I struggled to lift, images. Tell us about the new one.
So this is the digital plate of the V12. We call it ASIC. It stands for amorphous silicon drum. And the reason that we had to replace the pip for the ASIC is about lifespan, productivity, and robustness. We expect the V12 to replace flexors. We expect millions of linear feet per month to be produced with the V12. So we needed to, I would say, eliminate the time needed to consumable changeover and replace it with printing, basically productivity. So the lifespan of the acid is 70 times longer than the lifespan of the pip.
That's incredible. So at each writing station, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have one of the new LED-based writing heads, and we have one of the new digital plates. So let's talk blanket.
Blanket.
This is the current LEP blanket that you would find in your 6000 series press or the new 6K, 38 inches long. This is the
You are welcome. Be blessed.
Find in the V12, 17 feet long.
It's like changing sheets in your bed.
This is This is of a similar composition and makeup as the current blanket. If you want to give it a feel.
Oh man, it's like we're at the petting zoo.
Advantages. Number one, the larger size increases the lifespan. We get how much longer lifespan on the blanket? 15. Yes, 15 times longer lifespan with the belt. In addition to that, because it is so long, 17 feet long, you get more space to do label imposition. In other words, the frame utilization, if you're familiar with Indigo, but you get more space to actually put labels, which is great for productivity.
Yep.
So we've discussed all the advantages or the differences in the LEPX technology. What?
Let's see the engine, the concept behind the engine.
Yes, exactly.
So what is the secret behind LEPX? With a single rotation of the blankets, the press can collect up to 6 different inks without any compromise in print speed. So up to 6 different inks, the printing speed will be 400 feet per minute. If for some reason you would like to have more than 6 inks on your label, from
6 inks,
up to
400 feet per minute.
Simply do additional rotation of the blanket, and you can collect 6 more.
You go up to 12 different
but
inks.
then you do need to compromise with speed. The speed would be only 200 feet per minute, 60 meters per minute.
200 feet per minute, 12 inks, 400 feet per
I think
minute,
we'll all agree.
6 inks.
And unlike other imaging technologies here at the show, the V12 does not have to be slowed down to print highest quality. In other words, when you're printing at 400 feet per minute, you can expect equal quality to the 6000 series or better at 400 feet per minute. You don't have to slow down for high quality mode. You don't have to slow the V12 down to print white ink. And you don't have to slow it down to print on slicker substrates. And that's unique to this technology.
It's not that you don't have to slow down. You can't.
And that'll come up later.
The V12 has only 2 gears, 400 feet per minute and 200 feet per minute.
Fast and super fast. So we've talked about all the differences. Let's walk through the press starting with the unwinder.
Okay, so like any other Indigo press, we are going from right to left. So this is the typical unwinder of the V12.
Sorry.
We will also offer a butt splicer, especially developed by our partners in AD Graphics.
He
And
said
why is
butt
that?
splicer.
When you're printing in 400 feet per minute, 120 meters per minute, you will consume the world super fast. So we want to automate it. We want to save time, to save the roll changeover time, and instead of waste it, print it in the same time in 400 feet per minute. So we will offer automation as non-stop winding. Brian, you want to talk about the inline priming?
Yeah, so right after coming into the press, the web is sent into the inline priming unit. We use a water-based primer on all materials to ensure good ink adhesion across the widest range of substrates in the industry to make sure we can print on those. But inside it doesn't look like a 6000 series ILP, is that right?
Slightly different. We moved to anilocks and Dr. blades. We made the drying mechanism faster and stronger. Still it's 400 feet per minute. We need to have a precise priming. So some modification, but concept-wise, it's the same concept, and it will run on the same type of chemistry requirements.
And the same physics. So after the inline priming unit, there's a buffer, then it comes here, and this is actually where the
That's an AR augmented reality headset that they send out if you need to do
the web heads underneath the imaging
remote
cabinet,
support.
which we've already discussed, and under the ink cabinet, which is where we find ourselves now. If you'll notice, we have 12 inks loaded on the press. And if you're familiar with the Indigo 25K, I'm sure you'll notice that this is the same ink, HB Electro ink, and the same larger cans that you would find on the Indigo 25K. So we're not changing the inks. This is what we're already using in the 25K, and the inks are prepared right here below the cabinet. Ink hold on, I called you ink.
Let's look at the
An electro ink.
Okay. So take a look at the inks. We have 12 different inks. We have a complete degree of freedom to select what type of inks and the position of the inks. If you feel like we're changing the position, no problem, just purge and reposition. We do recommend white first, white last, for a seamless transition between TS labels and shrinks, for example. And in addition, you can see a mechanism we call revolver. You see the tank here in the front and the tank in the back. Printing in the speed of 400 feet per minute will make your ink tanks run out of inks very fast. We would like to reduce the operator attention, giving time to react. So the press will automatically identify when it's run out of ink. The revolver will switch to a fresh tube. You will get a notification, a visible notification on the screen. You have time to react. By having your 12 most common inks already pre-installed on the press, it's not just about printing the exotic one-of-a-kind label. It's about productivity. You will hardly need to waste time to do any ink changeover. You already have your 12 most common inks pre-installed on the press. So again, this press is designed for productivity to print non-stop.
Are you saying one operator can run the entire V12?
Of course.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the rewinder.
The rewinder, the concept is similar to the unwinder. To support for the non-stop printing, we call it NSW, non-stop winding. So we have the default rewinder, but we're also going to offer a turret rewinder to automate the entire procedure.
Will there be inline converting optional?
We will offer inline converting, again collaborating with AB Graphics. Although we do not accept high adoption of inline converting, we believe that 90% of our customers will choose to convert nearline rather than inline.
Are you saying hybrid, digital, analog is less efficient?
I would say it's about a simple math. To stop the entire line just for a die cut changeover doesn't make sense. We're stopping the most efficient element in the production for a die cut changeover. You waste 5 minutes instead of printing in 5 minutes at the speed of 400 feet per minute. If you have, for example, a specialty application, endless volume, day in, day out, the same die cut, yes, I can see the logic for doing it. But we're talking about a diversified job basket. You have 4 different flexors, replace 3 of those with a single V12. The V12 will handle the entire job that those 3 flexors handled before.
There will be a point, though, that being said, there will be a point where flexo production costs will dip below production costs on the V12. But from our math and input from our customers, we've had these discussions, that is going to be the very longest of long run lengths you will take on. And more than likely, what we might call simple or industrial type labels. But we'll see how our customers use it. We're excited to get it going.
Yes, they do. So the part in my job, you'll be surprised that the part of my job that I like the most is not standing with a microphone. It's actually doing work and talk to customers. So what they keep hearing for our customers is that they are excited by the fact to replace 70% the analog operation.
All right, everyone, I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna shut this down.
Think about the labor, so
See you later.
to hire and retain. Now shift it to actual production rather than flex or overhead.